Lolo says go. Mind her. Shoo. Out. Now. Shoo. Shoo, shoo. Out. I'll see you in a bit. I'm live. No curse words. Nothing inappropriate for children viewing these videos. Oh, my little favorite baby boy is so cute. Oh, and there, look at that one. Oh, here it was another Magoo baby. They're so cute. Well, hi, Halo. Mommy loves you. I don't think... There's Halo. There's Zara. I don't think your sister wants you in here, girls. Aren't they so beautiful? Lolo, you have such beautiful babies. There are 6 in here. They're all reserved. And one of them, I think the little girl, she's licking his bottom. Where am I heading to? I'll show that later. Anyway, I believe this is Vonna. Yeah, we took her collar off. Okay, so that's Vonna. Her mom is taking care of her. Oh, I doubt it'll stay, but look at the little tiny white tip on this puppy's tail. That's sweet. Oh, I gotta keep it upright. Oh, I love the white on his nose. Now the guy taking his, well, it's first pick of the litter, but I had to pull one of them. Sometimes we have situations come up and I have to get pick of the litter. Look at this little angel. Look at that little angel. Anyway, I was thinking these might be more red, but it looks like they're caramel. Caramel. You know what? It's so weird. I've always said caramel, but now caramel just comes out easier. Call them caramel. Okay, so this little boy is going to be really, really curly. Really, really curly. This little boy, oh, I gotta stay up. This little boy is fleece. And this little boy is a little more curly than fleeced. I hate to say this in case I have fellow breeders, but the breeders that say they can't tell what the babies are going to be, I don't know why you can't tell. But I will say that we've been breeding doodles for 5 years, so I have seen what happens, and that's how I'm going on past experience. And they do change their coats at least twice, if not 3 times. Every time I have witnessed it, it gets softer and curlier. These poor babies, oh, her collar's still on. These poor babies getting their bottoms cleaned. I'm so thankful for the Charmin little teddy bear. We don't have to do it like that. Lolo, you are the bestest mommy. And looky there. You know what? They always let Delilah in first with the babies. They always let Valentino in and Delilah. Valentino's the daddy, so he just uses whatever powers he has to say, I'm in here. Yep. And then Delilah comes in. And we are so surprised that they let Delilah stay. But then we figured out it's because Delilah stays. No matter what you say or what you do. Lolo's not going to attack her like her growl suggests. She's just going to growl, and then she quits growling and notices her sister's still here. Right. Okay, let's get. Everyone ignore me. But here's Daddy. There's Valentino. These are your babies. Oh, what? He's out of here. He must be wanted. He doesn't want to be on camera. There's Delilah Rose. Looky. There's Delilah Rose. Can I have a kiss, Delilah? What, Mom? Kissy face. Oh, Mommy loves you. You're precious. Okay. And looky here. There's our ring. What? Are you ditching me too? You don't like the camera in your face? But you're so pretty. Look how pretty you are. Mama just loves you. Well, I had Coco. She's out, so we will flip back over to the bay. Oh my goodness, their eyes are slitting open, John. It's serious.
What?
Their eyes are opening a lot. They're not all. It's amazing.
This Friday,
I think so. Aw, it'll be okay. Look at his face. That is the cutest little baby.
oh, how many more?
He's a cute.
Oh,
Is your sissy telling? This is it. See, Lolo is telling Delilah to go,
oh, the meat.
and Delilah's just like. You see Lolo telling her.
Yeah.
And what's Delilah doing? Lolo, are you going to tell her again? No. I just put up with it, don't we? No. Yes, we do. Let me get you on camera. Looky there. There's Halo Grace. She came in. There's Halo. She's my golden doodle. And the more I learn about golden doodles and golden retrievers and their high cancer rates, I'm going to take this F1B golden doodle. I'm going to breed her to a 6th generation Labradoodle, a beautiful chocolate boy. And we're going to have a double doodle. That way we can breed some of the golden out of her and get more lab with better health qualities. Yes. But she's far enough. She's an F1B, so she's only got a quarter golden retriever in her anyway. But we don't want that cancer gene. I get so sad when I go to this group called I Love My Labradoodle, which you all should find on Facebook. It's awesome. But I get so sad when people are talking about need prayers for our doodle because she's got cancer. It's just so sad. Everything angels. By the way, a double doodle is when you breed a golden doodle to a Labradoodle. And then they call it double doodle because they have two different, I wouldn't call it parent genes. There's that. Well, that's not my cutie, but that's another cutie. There's a cutie. Aww. Well, that's Fauna. There's my cutie. They are adorable. There's another Magoo. Now, what was that baby's real name? I called him Magoo because of his eyes. And we were worried about his eyes. And we had the vet look at him, and he just had such a big doodle eyebrow. You just have to trim it. Let's see. I'm trying to think of his name. I believe, man, he was in a green collar. I'm thinking Oliver, but it wasn't. I'll have to look. Looky here. This guy's Fleece. But he just is so cool to me. He's just so cool. His coloring. Beautiful, beautiful baby. You got wiggle waggles? There's a little, oh, there's a wiggle waggle. Grandma loves wiggle waggles. Looky there. Looky there. I think that's the one that reminds me of Pendleton. Oh, Pendleton's beautiful. You know, every single one of these are going to be beautiful. They're just going to be different. Different from each other. And some of them you can look at them and see a brother or a sister to them and see what they'll look like. Yep, that's the one that looks like Pendleton. He's got the light blue collar. Lolo, you have beautiful babies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, no, nope. 1, 2, 3. Oh. 1, 2. I think I have all 3 of them in. Yeah. Not all 3. All 6 of them. See the one in the back that I say looks like Pendleton? Then beside him is the little baby. I don't know what color his collar is. But he's a very light caramel party. And I will watch and see how he darkens over the next couple weeks. But I think he may look a lot just plain white other than the caramel on his head. And for that, we would ask our friend Kara to send me some pictures of her baby. Pendleton, you'll have to look at pictures. If you've seen one of my pictures advertised where there's a big dog sitting in a little blonde's lap and he looks like a teddy bear, or if you see the one, he's on a boat, he just is so big and beautiful and sweet. He's the only dog though that, I mean, you'll see with these puppies, we'll always have a puppy fall asleep in a food bowl. Out of every litter there's one, there's always one that's going to cough. There's always one that's going to love to eat and sleep in the food bowl. She says, I'm full. I go back here. That's Fauna. There's Fauna. She's such a cutie. Anyway, Pendleton, we had a, what do you call it? Like people out in the country have them, a self-feeder, one of the metal ones. So there was like 15 pounds of dog food in there. And Pendleton never quit eating. But he would fall asleep with his head in the feeder. And he's the only puppy that's ever left here that I told him to look at what's recommended, you know, for the puppy to eat and give him that much. Because I know from myself, he's not going to be a happy guy if he's overweight. He would be happy, but he'd be happier if he wasn't. So, this guy, it doesn't have that eating problem. I've had one since him that really looked like Pendleton. He's one of my favorites. I've had Pendleton, and my very, very, very favorite, I shouldn't say this stuff. You need help, baby girl? And my very favorite is Pepper. Pepper was from my very first Labradoodle, and her name is Willow. And we've got pictures of Willow that you can see. And her dad was my black and white party poodle named Adonis. And Pepper was a black girl. And the little kids named her Pepper. And she's just, I just love her. When she was here, she was so sweet to me. And her daddy and her second family is such a goofball. Between how cute Pepper was and how silly Bill was, they're just my favorites. And he's always kept me in pictures, and they go on vacation every summer, and I get to see Pepper on her vacation. Black is my favorite color. Not favorite color of everything, but of doggies. They're all beautiful, but I love the black ones. So, and I think it was the very same time that my yellow lab, Sunny, bred with Adonis, my black and white party poodle. We had the F1 doodles, and that's what we needed. So I kept 5 puppies out of that litter. So myself and 2 of my friends would have puppies that we could breed. And Paloma was in that litter. And I kept a girl named, her name was Coco Sprinkles. I let my granddaughter name her. And I love her so much. Her name could still be Coco Sprinkles because her collar was on her when she was taken. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. I just hope whoever has her, if they loved her enough to steal her, hope they love her enough to love her. Anyway, so I had Paloma and Sprinkle, and one of my friends had Raven, and they lived outside of our town in the country. And apparently Raven was a stinker, And I think it was either the second or the third time that she chewed their cable cord in their house. And my friend messaged on Facebook and told me that her husband had put the puppy outside. I think she was around 4 months, maybe close to 6. But she couldn't be in the house anymore. And one of our conditions of them having our puppy was she was an indoor dog. So we went and got her. I hadn't seen her for a couple months, and I was like, oh my goodness, she's my Pepper. She looks like Pepper. So anyway, we have those 3, and another friend of mine has the other 2 black ones. Well, had them. Sometimes find out friends aren't friends, and it's sad, but you move on. And you know more next time. Aren't they precious? Aren't they precious? Now a little white spot like on this guy's head will go away. Okay, so anyway, what's this? My dogs have never seen fleas, and they never will. Well, when I changed from Frontline, I saw one on Paloma. Fleas are more likely to go to light-colored dogs, just like how the moths go to the light outside and the mosquitoes do. They're attracted to light. So if you have different colored dogs, you should check the light ones first. And it's not good to say, but the very first place to check, because the fleas will notice when you're paying attention. They'll do whatever they want when you're not paying attention to your dog. Then when you start petting her and you're going to look, they run down to their peepees. They run in their, I don't know, I'll just say orifices. And they hide. So you gotta, when you're going to look, you got to look real fast, and you got to look there and around the pelvic area, because that's where you'll notice if you have them. You don't want to be looking all over and have them hide and think you don't have a flea. Paloma had a flea. We finally changed from Frontline. Look at the baby. Mobile. Mobile. Baby's so cute. Oh, they're adorable when they walk. The funny thing is I bought me a cold coffee, like espresso, and I haven't drank it yet. Hey, John.
Yeah.
You know that coffee drink I got?
Yeah.
Could you stick it in the freezer for me, please?
In the freezer?
Yeah. I'll be ready for it when I'm done here. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm so sweet.
Yes, you are so sweet.
Put that on record.
Well, the fact you have to put it on record says a lot about your self-esteem. No. Who's that girl? Who's that girl? Let me see. Coco Lily. There's my Coco Lily. Now, when we breed Coco Lily, look at her. Look how her hair is shaggy. God, she's beautiful. I hate we're getting this cut off tomorrow, but we're doing it for comfort. Hey, Coco, come see Mommy. Coco, please. Coco, come see Mommy. Anyway, you would think she sheds. She doesn't shed. And she is half lab and half poodle. Just like this girl's half lab and half poodle. And Coco has the same daddy that Halo Grace has. A cream party named Murray. Coco Lily, Mommy loves you. You get your hair done tomorrow. Honey, Coco goes to the groomer tomorrow. Remember?
I have to go to bed too.
Oh, I think Coco goes in at 10. Or her appointment's at 10. Hey, beautiful doll. See, I didn't get her hair cut when I cut the others. I've never cut her body hair, and I'm glad, because look at that. I get to see what it's like. And when they shave it down for the summer, it's going to come back. She's probably around 6 months old. Honey, do you not like the attention? Darling, darling Coco. Coco Lily. Coco Lily is a true angel, because I was so, if anybody was around when my little sprinkle disappeared, I was a woman gone crazy. Lucky none of my kids ever disappeared, because I was crazy off the rail, looking There's something that's funny now I can talk about. I was trespassing in a farmer's pasture following a creek because people told me if she was hurt that she would go down by a creek for water and be in the shade of the trees. And it was a cow pasture. Anyway, I was looking for a place to cross so I could be with John. And I joke about how Affordable Designer Dogs abbreviation is ADD because my kids call me ADD. But anyway, I saw this spot. We're just focusing on how pretty Coco is. Anyway, we saw this spot and it looked like it was dry and enough dirt to it that I could cross. So I saw it and I said, I'm coming over, John, here's a good spot. And then I got distracted because like 5 inches away was a little pool where it looked like nice clean water. So I tell him, oh look, I found some water if you want to try drinking it, which thank God we didn't. But anyway, I'm remembering why we wanted water now. Anyway, I got distracted and instead of crossing at the spot that looked so good to cross at, I crossed where the water was. And my leg immediately was being sucked down into mud all the way to my hip. It felt weird because if anyone's done a mud mask, you know how it tightens. This mud, and here's the part, you know it's not mud because it's a pasture. Anyway, so I had that all up to one hip, and it looks like there's a drier spot that I can push on while John's trying to pull me out. So I push on that, and it wasn't as dry as it looked. So now I'm completely up almost to my belly in this mud that I noted then and I told him, but I still wanted out. It felt so good. If I could ever go have a mud bath, oh man, it was awesome. Except I wasn't thinking about that. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. Anyway, I wanted to get out. And he's telling me he was going to call Tony and pull me out with a chain. It was so scary because I've been so embarrassed if I needed that. But you always got to get a little more with me. But it's still puppy related because I was looking for Sprinkle. Anyway, thank God he was able to pull me out. And then I was so dirty and gross and muddy and my legs were extra heavy because of the mud. So we had to give up and go back the next day, and we all know I didn't find her. So aren't they precious? Now I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story, the beginning of that one. And if it offends you, I apologize, because we're not dopers. But when we first got to that creek, you know how marijuana just grows? I don't know if it grows wild or if people grow it and forget, or go to jail and forget where they're growing it. Anyway, right up by the creek, there was some marijuana growing. And I guess it's not a good quality if it's growing by a creek. But anyway, we were so tired because we've been looking everywhere else. And I retold John, I don't know if you guys have ever learned this, but in school I learned, you know, the pyramids in Egypt, they didn't hire them, they were slaves. They had slaves build that. And the way that they were able to keep them working, back then they chewed on marijuana leaves to keep them working. So I see that and I'm like, oh John, look, maybe we could chew on this and it would give us power. So he took one off and we took a leaf and we split one, not the whole leaf, the little, you know, where there's some points. Took a little point, we broke it in half, we both put it in our mouth and started to chew and spit it out. It was so disgusting. Can't even remember, but it was horrible. And it dried our mouth and it burned my mouth and throat. And he didn't let me carry Coke down there. Told him I could put some Cokes in my bra and we weren't going to need them. So we were a long way from the car. So I was really happy when I found that pool of clear water that I was tempted to drink out of. It wasn't clear when I fell in afterwards. I'm glad I can kind of laugh at that story, but a lot of you were with me when I was looking. My inspector, who does 2 surprise visits a year, look at the eyes opening. She actually came to check on me, and she didn't even inspect, which is good because the house was a disaster. She just, I don't know if she loves me. I'm not going to say she just loves me because she's an inspector, but she's just a wonderful lady. And she may even live in Missouri. I know it's way down there. Anyway, she made it part of her day to come check on me because she was watching me online and she knew I was a basket case. It was so sweet. Dog breeders get a bad reputation, and you know, I'll let that go because I want people to think that. That way they're hunting out the bad breeders. But I've met a lot of good people doing this. There's a lot of people, a lot of good people that do their doggies kind of like I do. No. Is she going home? Are you going home, Angela? Are you going home?
Okay, that's what you said.
Okay.
I'll tell you something about it.
I forgot my friend was here, so I'm gonna go.
I didn't think of
You would never believe I was an auctioneer's daughter. Somebody who talks and talks and talks. Sometimes I get tired of my own voice. When I'm complaining, I get tired of it. They all did. But we took one off just so people could tell them apart. I still need to go in there and order the kitty collars. I've got enough for this litter, but I need to order some. I think I saw them at Walmart, the kitten collars, for just barely over $2. I pay like $3.50 each for them, which is cheap unless you're buying 25 of them at a time. Lolo had a small litter, and it's because she was bred with Valentino this time instead of his daddy, Anando. She liked Anando, and Valentino was uncomfortable for her. So he's a lot bigger than his daddy. So we decided next time we're gonna take her to the vet and have her AI'd. Take her and Valentino and artificial inseminated. Okay, I'm gonna go visit with my friend. Bye, babies. I love you. Their eyes are starting to open. When their eyes are open, you're gonna hear them barking and growling, and then they'll start walking. Okay, bye, everybody. Thank you for watching. You can put it on mute if you don't want to hear my stories and craziness. I won't be offended.